So this is the side of night shift nobody ever warns you about. One headlight out leaves me stranded for almost 4 hours before I can even start my shift. Most people think night driving, especially with a HGV, is easy, but they do not know half the truth. Here are my pros and cons for driving a HGV truck like this at night time in the UK and Europe. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Welcome back to a brand new episode. I know what you're thinking. I thought this is pros and cons about driving at night. You're absolutely right, it is. I'm just a little tease, just to show you. Turn that off. Just to show you that I do also drive during the day. The whole driving at night thing is just because we do a lot of both. So I am going to continue with that and give you in a minute my pros and cons for driving at night, but I'm just going to give you a visual of driving during the day stroke in the morning, of how much easier it is, so that when I explain something in the video later, you can cast your mind back to this moment and think, actually, driving in the day, it's good. If that makes sense. What would you rather do? Night shift? Or day shifts? And another con as well of working night time, you miss beautiful views like this. Isn't this stunning? Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh, no way. Guys, can you believe this? Sorry it's dark. Wow. Let me get my torch so I can maybe help you out a little bit. Disaster struck, guys. Disaster. Where's my torch gone? Oh no, where's my torch? Guys, we've had a disaster this morning, and I've had a disaster asking a few drivers to help me out. So I do my vehicle checks this morning. How are we doing? Do my vehicle checks. And look. Headlight out. Not a major problem, no. Allegedly, not a major problem. Turns out here in Germany, it's a bit of an issue because they've only got 12 volt bulbs, 12 volt bulbs. So that truck there, I asked the driver if he could help me and give me a bulb because there's not one turned up. And his reply was, I've only got one bulb and you can't have it because it's my spare. Which I wasn't very pleased about, but that's entirely up to him. The reason why I've got no bulbs is because we've ordered a new bulb pack and it hadn't arrived by the time I left the yard. I had one bulb spare and that bulb was in there. It doesn't work. It is now 25 to 5 in the morning, and it appears I can't go anywhere until it gets a bit lighter, so I can get 10 miles down the road to go to another garage to get some bulbs, because I'm not risk driving in the dark in Germany with one headlight. Just not worth it. How are we doing, guys and girls? So let's talk more about pros and cons of night driving. What are the pros and cons really? So this comes down to personal preference, my friends. So for me, I'm not ranking these in any order. There's no order. It is just a personal preference as to why I like driving at night. And the first obvious for me is the roads are less busy. in theory you can get, when I say further quicker, what I mean is you're less chance of traffic, less chance of an accident, less chance of anything you'd get normally during the day. And it certainly helps when you're driving long distances. You know, in effect, you can get somewhere a little bit quicker, but quickness isn't everything. Quickness can wreck lives, so we don't rush the job, we just do the job, and it just flows much easier at night time. Pay can increase, and if you're a new driver to the HGV world, welcome. So between the hours of 12 p.m. or 12 o'clock to 4 a.m. they are known as what we know as unsociable hours. And unsociable hours, I would say 80% of the time you are paid extra if you work during that period. There are many other pros. I'm just giving you one or two just for you to think about right now. And please, if you want to throw any pros in, feel free in the comments below as well. Why driving at night isn't so good. And as I've shown you in the videos and the clips, we miss out on a lot of scenery. Scenery during the day is good. It can be amazing. I have seen some amazing views over the years that I wouldn't have seen and enjoyed if I'd been driving through the night. Another con for me for night driving is fatigue. It's difficult. When you get fatigued, you're tired, you're drowsy, the last thing you want to do is just keep staring down the eye of the white lines on the road. You know, along with silly road users that come at you with their full beam on and don't realise, and you're there flashing them, telling them, turn your bloody lights off, and they're just full beam, not a care in the world. Mainly France, you know what I'm talking about. A massive disadvantage, your work pattern, your sleep pattern, it's poor. You know, you don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know if you're going to be working all night, part of the night, sleeping through some of it, waking up middle of the night, it's difficult. The body clock, I won't lie, my body clock's all over the place because you know, 7 o'clock at night would be my morning, whereas 24 hours later my morning will be 7 o'clock in the morning, because I've done that. You see what I mean? It messes with the body clock immensely. So we are now leaving the truck stop at 7:40 in the morning, and I was up at 3:30 to leave for 4 o'clock. So we are 3 hours late running. God, I ain't getting out of here in a hurry, am I? So we're 3 hours late, all because of a bulb. And I have to congratulate and thank a wonderful Polish driver. So I asked about 8 or 9 drivers if they could help me with a bulb, and every one of them said no. Basically, I asked several drivers. One of them said yeah, doing his vehicle checks, comes over to me and says, oh, you want a bulb? I was like, yeah, show me. So I gave him the bulb, he come back out, he said, there you go, gave me a brand new bulb. And I'm like, you know what, I'm forever thankful. Romania and Poland, the drivers that helped me, you'll never watch this, you'll never know how much you really truly helped me, but do you know what, thank you ever so much, guys. Honestly, it really... Well, shame I couldn't get here last night. There's an auto off right next to where we're doing our job. I say right next to, but it's like not even a mile away. It's half a mile away from where we're doing our job. Netto, wow, the logo was a bit different. The background with the red was black, but yeah, you could see where it needed a bit of colour though, couldn't you? Nice lefty. Always weird doing these lefties in these countries. I say these countries, in these European countries, because you got to take it a bit further, and you're not used to not seeing everything on the left hand side, but never mind, we get there. Oh yeah, I can see one of our lorries, lefty in it, and all that. Nice and easy. Missed the bumper post, missed the bit there. I just need to find where the hell we get. Obviously, I'm not about that. Let's get a nice turn in here without hitting any car or anything. There we go. Yeah, we're in good. Got to watch the gate. And I ain't gonna park here. Alright guys. Let me see if I can just park here and see what they say. You can't park there. Right, we're here guys. Boom, done.